afternoon, folks. It's me again, Mr. Whiskers. Want to show you how to reduce the cloudiness of your wine as it ages. But before we do that, if this is your first time joining us, go ahead down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time we bring in new content. And of course, like, comment, and share our videos. We want everyone to know how to make wine and do it safely, properly, and do it right where you can enjoy your wine with company anytime. Now, before I show you how to do this, I do want to encourage you to check out our sponsors. Kind of take care of all the business on this real quick. One of our sponsors is, of course, 912 United. Great clothing line started by a veteran, owned, operated, and run by veterans. Of course, you get a beautiful ball cap from that website. Shirts, hoodies, all kind of good stuff for the kiddies. If you remember back on 9/11, tragedy struck our country. After that, we united as one. Didn't matter the color of your skin. Didn't matter at all. Even political affiliation didn't matter. We were Americans first and foremost. So 912 United is celebrating our history when tragedy struck and when we became one. We united. So there's a link in the description section down below. Also, the beard struggle. If you're trying to grow a beard, already have one, you want to take good care of your beard, you want to look and feel your best, go to thebeardstruggle.com. Because you're a part of this program, use discount code Mr. Whiskers20 and you get 20% off anything you order. Use that code every time you shop, get 20% off. Mr. Whiskers20 at thebeardstruggle.com. Everything you can imagine to take care of your beard, make sure you look and feel healthy. Go to the Beard Struggle. Back onto the program right quick. Cloudy wine typically can be a lot to do with just the smaller fine particles still floating around. Not a problem. The wine still tastes good. It just looks a little different. To clear it up, we're going to use a little thing called bentonite. This right here, 2 teaspoons in a half cup of warm water, about 80 to 90 degrees is what you want it. That will take care of up to 5 gallons. So anytime, that's all you got to do. Always have with me one of these kitchen thermometers. And that way I know right where the temperature's set. There's 1 teaspoon, there's 2 teaspoons, and that is all she wrote. Give that a little stir. When you pour it in here, what I do recommend, when you pour it in the fermenter is really focus on getting it well dissolved. So give it a good stir, and that will do wonders for what you have with your wine. Now, like I said, the wine tastes fine. It just looks aesthetically a little homemade. And what I want on all of my wines is to not have that homemade look. I don't want the homemade flavor. I want everything to taste like it would taste if you went to your favorite winery and got the wine from there. In a later show, we're going to have a very good friend of mine who's an executive chef help us pair some of our wines. We'll have food and wine and have a good time. So be sure to stay tuned for that, because I'm looking forward to that particular program myself. Well, I'm a fat man, so we eat, right? Yes. Let me get rid of that shadow right quick. Woohoo! There you go! Got the redneck show. It's going to have a little of a thicker consistency, because what this is basically a gelatin. So it's going to kind of hold on to all those free-floating particles. And, of course, as with anything you see me do, always use a clean, sterile utensil to give a good stir. Now, you can go to your wine supply house and you can spend an enormous amount of money buying all these fantastic chemicals to sterilize. You can do that. Or tablespoon of wine, or tablespoon of bleach in your sink of water will do the same thing. Just give it a good rinse. Make sure you rinse off the bleach residue that's left. You will have a sterile piece of equipment. To stir this in, it's really, really simple. Again, the airlock. I've always used vodka, and I use a cheap vodka at that. With that, and that just kind of helps to prevent any kind of bacterial growth that we do not want. Gently stir the bentonite in. You don't want to have a whole lot of bubbles because, again, oxygen is not your friend. You want to turn your wine into vinegar. Put the oxygen in there and you will have vinegar. And then, of course, what I'll do in a minute is I will make a note on the paper letting me know today I added bentonite with the date, and that way I know exactly where that wine sits with regards to when I can start tasting again. Let it set for a day or two. Everything will settle down to the bottom. Rack the wine into a different container, and you're good to go. Simple as that. Folks, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, 912 United, as well as the Beard Struggle. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Have a great one, guys.